Rugby here on Fox Sports, and George Gregan, they've got some big names up front.
Well, they've got some big boppers up front. I think Alaalatoa, we know that he's nice history there with the family. He's carrying on the proud tradition. Some big boppers too in the back row as well. McKibben, Windsor, they're the halves. Really, really important. At the back, I think Carraro shows some really good leadership. Dellett, and going into the reserves.
Yep, there's a couple of good run-on players there too from Suasala and Puli Tuala, who can make an impact off the bench. And we saw Andrew Kellaway shot there, the 18-year-old prodigy on the wing in the 11 jersey for the Country Eagles, taking on Greg Peterson, the big unit, leading his side out on a Brookvale Oval, their first home game of the NRC, and they too have got some real power up front.
Yeah, you've got Luke Holmes, who's going to be leading from the front, and also in the back row, very, very dangerous players who are going to be carrying the ball forward, hopefully providing good ball for the likes of Josh Holmes and obviously for Angus as well. Back three, some dangerous players. Cam Crawford, we all know him through Super Rugby, and reserves, there should be some potential coming through there.
Indeed, real impact from Dave Parecki off the bench. Matt Lucas, he's accomplished. Harry Burgeon, another good player from the Manly club. So we are set, almost ready to roll. Harry Jones looks $1 million. The 18-year-old whiz kid from the Warringah Rats, looking to showcase his wares here on the Northern Beaches. Matt Carraro, the captain tonight, wearing the black armbands for granddad Enzo Carraro, who they sadly lost through the week. Looking to represent for the Patriarch, and we are off and running tonight at Brookvale Oval. Week 3 of the National Rugby Championship, and it's Chapman who brings in the kickoff. Breezy conditions, a bit of a downpour just around about a half hour ago as Dellett takes play out over the 22, and Alaalatoa gets the legs pumping. Nice continuity early from the Eagles as Windsor looks to slice that one a touch. Nice touch. Instead, Crawford pulls it in and grubbers it away himself. McKibben will sell it for the moment, and right in front of all that action taking place, right in front of Jared Middleton, who joins us sideline tonight.
Winter's last stand continues in Sydney. Sean, a slight breeze favouring the Rays, going from right to left on your screen. Very cool though, didn't wear the thermals, and that was a bad idea.
Yep, the wettest August rather in 15 years in Sydney. It hasn't hampered the tries in weeks past to the NRC though. Last week we saw plenty of them out at Pertex Stadium in heavy rain as McKibben sends it to Windsor, and that's a nice line, a good carry from Samuwara.
Off your feet.
Actually, a really good starting line out there, Sean, by the Eagles. Really good setup, really good formation, really dented the midfield. Got a good carry, perfect start. I was really impressed by the way that they actually exited out of their 22. So all the early pressure, not the best kick, but it's found touch. And they might go to that 7-man line. I think they got some pay. These sort of conditions, I think Jared's out there, very greasy. It's going to be a set-piece contest for sure tonight.
And that'll be a wonderful battle between these gigantic forward packs. Will Weeks all the way from Lightning Ridge. Can't find his mark early on, and pulled in by the Rays. Holmes digs it out. Box kicks as chases in Jones and Holmes. Nice take. Warra hit it hard and breaks the first tackle. Up over halfway. McKibben has a little look-see down the blind and doesn't leave Tyler Gray a whole lot of wiggle room. Alaalatoa again steamrolls over the top of his opposite number. Big charge, Alaalatoa. Here come the Eagles. Windsor out the back to Carraro. Lovely hands. On they go through Stubbs. But the ball comes loose for the Rays. Frenetic start to this game. Miller. Expect to see a whole lot more of Will Miller as the night progresses as well. Good counter-ruck coming here from the Rays, and comes their way. Lewis came up with it. Angus goes to Holmes, the Warringah Rats teammates.
No advantage. 8 gold.
And we'll go on quickly through Holmes. Hard to catch your breath early here at Brookvale Oval.
Sean, it's been a fantastic start, hasn't it? Look at this, they're looking to set up a bit of a structure. They spoke about it before the game. Just getting their forward runners, just working off the half there with Josh Holmes just organising them and marshalling them around. Building some pressure, looking to play really positive ball in hand play.
They go through Lewis. Good ball carrier, Mitch Lewis. Takes play to the 22.
Goal 10. Clear release, please.
And on we go once more. This is what it's all about, the National Rugby Championship. Holmes dummies brought down well by Alatoa. They exhaust the short side. The Rays. Gower sniffing in close. Hoyles wrapped him up, driven back into the initial contact. We're going all the way back though.
Offside, not back 10. 8.
Well, George Gregan, what a lightning start to the game.
It's a frantic start, isn't it? Both come to play. Both teams have come to play. Ball in hand, obviously with the laws which have been brought into the NRC, really promotes positive attacking rugby, and that's exactly what you're seeing here. Punch it in the corner. They might set up their drive, or they might play off the top. They haven't had a drive yet, but it's been really enterprising rugby from both teams. So a really good tactical decision here by the Rays.
Line-out's a good one too. Taken cleanly there by Wells, I think it was. Formed nicely. Also the Rays, but now the counter more comes from the Eagles. Holmes got it round the corner to Lewis. Has had an impressive start to the game. The loose head prop from the Rays. Little dabble inside here and look to be over. We've got ourselves the first try of the night. And it'll go to Michael Wells. What an incredible start to this game at Brookvale Oval.
Yeah, it was really enterprising, wasn't it? Real good team play. They went off the drive. They went down the short side there with Holmes. A little offload around the corner, as you like, and then just rumbled on the way through. They're just really patient. They had a structure set up on the outside of the half, but they said, no, we'll take this right through the middle. We'll use the piggies. Bit of a miss there from Taylor Gray, but other than that, that was a really good reward for some nice positive play from the Rays.
Super start. Good carry. Good shoulders on the back there inside, and too hard to stop. Wells from the Northern Suburbs Club here in Sydney. Amy Shankus with a chance to add the all-important 3-point conversion, and it's away to the left. So first blood at Gerard Middleton goes to the home team.
Yes, and the Holmes brothers, Luke and Josh, a lot of our viewers will be well familiar with them. They've played, each of them, for 4 different Super Rugby franchises.
And Gerard, the conditions down there, what are they like at the moment?
The wind is picking up in favour of the Rays, and it's certainly wet, George, but the wind dying down and picking up and certainly favouring the Rays in this first half.
So Windsor gets us running again, and that's a tough one to bring in for Crawford. It's come loose for New South Wales country. The Eagles. Hoyles sends it to Windsor. Now they've got Treloar setting a beauty of a ball out wide to Kellaway. Redhead to redhead. And the latter now bundled in a touch. Very distinct. Cameron Treloar, the man they call Tree. Likewise Kellaway.
Yeah, he's a big boy, isn't he, Sean? Wow, and good skills, right to left, maybe his favourite side, but really ripped it across his body to space. I've been really impressed how quickly they set up, but here they are. You don't get a chance to take a breath, and then the other team's on the attack.
Hoyle's looking to put a bit of pressure on the back there, take it back, so that'll need to stay in, and does just said. Here he is, Kellaway, Dellett.
Come Gold!
That'll ask a few questions if it stays in, and it does that, just trickles away. Hooks hard left and in a touch, and we will, George Gregan, just catch our breath for a moment.
We will indeed, but the ball's going to come in a quick play. I think they've been set up maybe off the top here. We'll wait and see, but both teams have favoured the 7-man, which isn't surprising in these conditions, but bit of a slip. Better check your tags there, Josh Holmes.
Oh, you need the 21s in on a night like tonight. You need the long studs, and Josh Holmes might be getting some running repairs because he has gone bum out there. This never happened to you, did it, George Gregan?
Oh, it did from time to time, but you really, growing up in Canberra, you knew about the long tags. Tonight's definitely not one for the nice little flashy, just mouldies. You've got to get the tags in there, Shawnee.
It was normal you milking a penalty when you went down like that, wasn't it? Here we go through McKibben. Lovely little offload there to Miller, Will Miller. Aussie 20s and Aussie 7s. Tyler Gray setting a couple out. It comes loose and lovely skills there, reined in by the Eagles. Carraro got it going over the back of the hand. The man on the outside not ready for it on that occasion.
Inside.
Little dabbling tight from Holmes. Now his brother, Josh, gets plenty on it. Sends Samuwara scurrying back. And that's got a fair bit of juice on it. That one now bites and sits for McKibben. And we'll go back to the 22.
They definitely can see the Rays. Technically, they're not going to be playing much out of their own half. You can see that the last couple of lineouts where they just look to go off the top, and we've seen Josh Holmes use the box kick long, and some being contested, but they're just wanting to play down their half. Not a bad option in these types of conditions. Make all the play. If the Eagles want to play, they've got to play from 80 metres out from their own line.
Adams fires it across to Matthews. Head down. Strong runner, Tom Matthews. From the Gordon Club. Lewis again bouncing and spinning out of the first up tackle from Chapman. Wonderful opening few touches for Mitch Lewis. Holmes again. Oh, that looked marginal, but it's play on. Jones got a toe to it. Dell it back. Having a little snipe and no way past Peterson and Gower. Big ball from Windsor, and it finds the man on the outside. That's Tyler Gray. Looking for Chapman, who got checked in the run, and Kellaway on the outside too. Living dangerously on that occasion, the Eagles. Penalty advantage coming, Windsor. Who has been excellent through the opening few weeks.
He certainly has. He showed some really good initiative there. The opportunities there. And again from McKibben, they're a little bit loose around the edge of the ruck because the width they've been playing with the Eagles. So some nice attack. And Carraro just gets them going forward. And there's some real patience, a real understanding of what they're trying to do. Still playing the advantage. So they'll try and get as much as they can out of their attack here. And they can come back for the advantage.
Little dinky kick over the top. And just as you call that, George Gregan, advantage called over by our referee tonight.
Don't you hate that as a player? You think you're just going to knock it over and the advantage is done. But no, sure enough, the referee calls it over, and here we are with the 22 restart. They won't be too disappointed with that. They've been attacking really well. It's another opportunity to get some ball back from a 22 restart and launch their attack.
Here's Dellett. He too has had a strong start to the National Rugby Championship, and that a clever play from Dellett. Alatoa links up now off the back. Good hands. These out to Kellaway. Can he grab another? Kellaway so close. Oh, you betcha he can. Andrew Kellaway, the fire goes in.
The fire with five.
The fire with five. Get a look at that red head. He scorches the turf. He is now known, George Gregan, as the fire.
I like it. I like the fire. The fire with five. He's leading the try scoring in the National Rugby competition. Off some beautiful work. Look at these lovely hands. Lovely touch there by Tyler Gray. Down a short side. Often teams don't defend with the numbers they should, and that was really well, I think, exposed there by the Eagles, and beautiful touches. And hey, this guy's got 5 tries in 3 rounds. He knows where to put that ball, doesn't he?
Certainly does. He has just had an outstanding Junior Rugby World Cup where he was the record try scorer there, and wow, it just continues on easy as you like here at Brookvale Oval, in and away.
He had a bit to do there. Like he showed, maybe able to step on the inside, step on the outside, slowed it down, change of pace. He's a player of the future. We spoke about it before, and everyone's been talking about him. But to see that, that's a beautiful finish. Obviously, a lot of good work on the inside. But to see if Sam Windsor can add those extra 3 points, which is always important.
So Sam Windsor from out wide, he's come back to the NRC via the Northern Hemisphere, as so many have, and he has flushed that one right through the uprights. It's 8 points to 5 in favour of the Eagles over the Rays. Jared Middleton, you've got a little bit more background on this young superstar, don't you?
Out of the Scots College last year, and yes, touted the best schoolboy prospect since Kurtley Beale left school. Of course, before going into the Waratahs, and you mentioned him scoring those tries in the Junior World Championship, he broke the record of Julian Sarvier, who scored 8 in 2010, and Zach Guilford also 8 in 2009. He scored 10 in that tournament this year.
in good company with those two. This a nice maul from the restart to the Eagles. And now the penalty advantage coming. McKibben will box kick and look for Dellett and Warra. Jones goes up, takes it beautifully, but we're going back for the penalty.
8, collapsing.
Well, George, this is your first taste of the NRC at the ground itself. What have you made of the opening 13-odd minutes?
The 13-odd minutes have been fantastic. As the rain pours in now, Sean, it's been really good. What I've liked the enterprise and the attitude of both teams. They've come here to play. You could quite easily look at these conditions when you came to the game and said, we're going to kick the ball a lot, we're going to play position. But they've said, no, we're going to use the ball. We're going to play smart. There's times when we won't be playing in our half, but when there's an opportunity to use the ball, let's back ourselves to score points. And that's what's been really, really noticeable in the first 15, 20 minutes.
Hope it continues across the remainder of this game. Tyler Gray blasting one up close. Gray, Chapman out the back. Plenty of players in motion. Nice loopy passes. Dellett goes to Kellaway again, and once more, so hard to bring down Andrew Kellaway. Does extremely well to keep it in the field of play. Chapman winds up, got smashed by Lewis. Here come the race. Here's the try score, the opening try score. Wells, Gray, hungry for work, chopped him. But we'll play the penalty advantage. Gower charging onto it. One off the ruck.
Big lump, isn't he, Sean? Good carry, hard to stop. And they're just chipping away on the edges of the ruck whilst they're just waiting for that opportunity. If there's a mismatch or there's space available, still got the advantage.
They'll look for a collect here as Feltshear and Jones now chase through.
No advantage. I need you to roll.
No advantage, Shawnee, you think there? Who?
Wow.
Interesting call.
Got a couple of whippets in Feltshear and Jones chasing that one through. Who knows what may have come of it. Stephen Hoyles is a little befuddled. 32-year-old Super Rugby champion, Stephen Hoyles.
Yeah, Matty Carrara may have suffered with a misty rain in the eyes sort of syndrome on these types of nights. A little bit of a squint at the wrong moment and the ball goes straight between the arms. But good opportunity here for the race to go into the corner. As we said earlier, probably been favouring that 7-man line out. It's probably easy to find your targets, but it's an opportunity to drive, or you could go off the top. And we'll just wait and see what they have. But some really positive enterprising play from both teams so far.
It's nicely taken by the Rays. Hamish Angus lays it off the inside to Matthews. Geez, big shot came in a little wider from the Eagles there. Stubbs.
Maul.
Stop Willie Miller and Sammy Windsor.
Brendan McKibben. He'll make a good trivia question in years to come. George Gregan, who was the last person to touch the ball in the 2014 Super Rugby final?
It was definitely McKibben. He kicked it pretty well too, didn't he? Ran backwards a little bit, popped it over.
Yeah,
Happy days.
Went a mile.
And had a good vertical jump afterwards. And so you should celebrate. What a moment.
Classic vertical jump from McKibben to wrap up the
Crouch.
Waratahs Super Rugby title this year.
Sets. Down.
That last play you would have noticed, Hamish Angus, he went there, just dropped the player off, and Ed Stubbs just wanted to let him know that he was around with a good legal but slightly late hit, if you know what I mean, just to say, hang on, I'm around. So don't bring the ball too close to the line because we've got a really good, strong defence. And the Eagles have a good defence. They've got the best defensive record in the NRC to date, so they're just flexing their muscles a little bit to say, you're going to be hard to penetrate through us.
Sets. One, hinging, head and shoulders.
So Mitch Lewis, the offender on that occasion, just a rare blemish in his otherwise sparkling first quarter of this game. Mitch Lewis came up from Canberra for a shot at the big timers at the Manly Club, and now with the Rays as we go on quickly through the Eagles. Dellett grubbers through cleverly, just beats him in a touch.
Enterprising stuff, isn't it? You just can't turn your back, and that's what I've liked. Both teams are looking for those opportunities to play an up-tempo game and keep the ball in hand, just to make sure that the team is defending right across the full field. If that's the case, then they'll kick to the lines. If not, they'll back themselves. Great attitude.
Holmes over the top of Peterson, and Miller looks to put a bit of pressure on Angus, who was clobbered by Taylor Gray. Gee, he's looking to inflict a bit of pain tonight, Taylor Gray. And the 6 for the Eagles. Oh, Matt Carraro rushed up. Oh, that's good play from Carraro, but couldn't hang on to it. Now the Rays reload. Rubbering through, and McKibben will just let that one run in a touch.
11. Advantage over. Because he's kicked the ball away.
Okay, Harry Jones. Graham Cooper calling him out on that occasion. Graham Cooper all the way from WA to look after tonight's game, our referee. He's joined by Amy Perrott there with the flag on the near side, and she looked after the Women's World Cup recently, the final in France, George Gregan. Amy Perrott, a superstar in the referee.
Fantastic to see her on the sideline doing a great job and going through all the tough conditions which the players and the officials, you've got to take your hat off to them, literally. We're sitting up here in the commentary box, aren't we, Shawnee? Just looking down there. But a great driving ball. They've got a really good formation. Been really impressed by the way the Eagles have set that up, and then they've got some real good options off here. Good patience. Mitch Chapman just saying wait, and they'll back themselves to get themselves to a scenario where hopefully the backs can get themselves plenty of space.
Boyles just pushes off one, spins out of another. Scored the opening try in their win last week over Queensland Country, Stephen Hoyles.
Away 3. Playing advantage. Off your feet.
Windsor, oh, he just looked to hold the pass up for Warra. Held up a little too long.
Probably a case maybe a play. It was one of those plays, I think, Shawnee, where they knew they had the advantage, so they said, why not have a crack at that particular play? Would have been better quality ball, but stagnant ball. Still an opportunity, but I think they'll go to the corners, as we've seen.
Yeah,
both teams have really liked using their line out as a bit of an attacking weapon.
So if you're just joining the National Rugby Championship, welcome aboard. Great to have you with us on Fox Sports, and a reminder that penalty goals are just worth the 2 points. So we have seen teams chasing 5-pointer tries and then looking to add the 3-point conversions over the opening 2 weeks, as that one goes loose from Treloar. Eyes not on the pill. Holmes clears for Warra. Across to Dellett now. Needed a few players back, and now he's got them. Carraro wrapped up nicely. Windsor. Alatoa. Peterson got him. This clever little grubber in behind, and Windsor will be hoping it gets ugly for the Rays, but Crawford does extremely well to bring it in. They're not out of jail just yet, though, as the Eagles have another stab at it. Kellaway flying through once more, and Felshear, he's back to save the day for the home team.
It wasn't a badly sort of weighted kick, just a little bit deep. I think Ed Stubbs would have liked that to have stayed just short of the try line, because it was a real opportunity there. It was a one-on-one, but here's another opportunity. Get that ball back from a 22 restart and really get their shape of attack. It's not a bad option going for an attacking kick there, knowing full well you're going to get the ball back from a restart.
Dellett once more weights this one a little better and gets a good shot there on Hamish Angus. Got smacked by Dellett. Now they force a turnover. Here is Stubbs.
Release, White!
McKibben busy. There's Weeks. Hoyles lays it off for Treloar, getting ahead of steam up. All 200 centimetres of him. Windsor to Taylor Gray. Slips past the tackle of Angus. McKibben in there digging for it. Now it comes loose for Chubb. Hoyles once again looking for a bit of spacing. Can't find it, but now.
Good line from Weeks, wasn't it? Good line from Weeks there, Shawnee Maloney. They're nice small interchanging passing down those short sides makes it very difficult if you get the double man tackle, and then creates some good momentum and some good quality ball. They're liking these short sides at the moment, and here we are. Oh, he out the back. There's a little opportunity there, Shawnee. A little opportunity down those short sides.
On that occasion, Big Mitch Chapman overclubbed and sent it into touch. Jared Middleton, if you had to have a stab as we watch Chapo set it a little long, it may have actually come off the Rays player there. What point wind is this that the Rays are running with?
About a 10-point wind, I'd say, Sean. It is reasonably strong, and the rain stopped and started twice.
No, you put it on the outside shoulder. It's not good enough. Scrum, white ball.
And Jared, while we're with you, do you want to explain the line-out rules for those tuning in for the first time as well?
The good line-out rules. So if there's no contest, so that one you saw there was outside shoulder. So it doesn't matter, even if there's no contest there, because it was outside shoulder, it would be ruled not straight.
And that's all geared towards letting the game play on a little bit more.
A bit more ball in play, exactly. So not so much stop-start. I think everyone from the ground, the players, the people home want to see the ball in play, see this sort of enterprising attacking rugby. Don't take away the contest. You'll never take away the contest in rugby. But having more ball in play and seeing the skill sets that are on both sides of the team is very, very important.
There's Geordie Reid, a Manly junior, been tied up with the Rebels, and hopefully we'll see him in the NRC. Hard to miss, isn't he, Greaves, with the dreadlocks?
I think he's been doing a bit of extra work over in Middle Earth there. He's got the look, hasn't he? This is his sort of condition, this cold, wintry weather.
Might be from north of the wall, Game of Thrones style.
Oh, we love our Game of Thrones, particularly the dwarf.
Here we go, the Rays. Slip pass Adams, and now it comes back for Miller. Chapman sends it to Windsor. Here's Weeks again. He's starting to get a little bit more of a run on in this game. Weeks back on the inside to Hoyles. So hard to bring down with ball in hand, Hoyles. Terrific at offloading, and that one not one of the better offloads we'll see from any of the Eagles tonight. But Dellett does well to save their blushes. Again, happy just to whip it to Kellaway down that left side.
Good carry. That's a very, very good carry there, which is really, really important. Before you play the width, you've got to be able to play through. We're seeing this here. Unlucky. Maybe that was just line ball, Sean. Maybe just line ball, Sean Lane.
We'll get another look at it in just a moment. The interchange of passing was a delight to watch, but it's all pulled back.
Thanks.
I don't know about that one, and I think that was all off the back of a great carry there from Alatoa, which really got them going. You've got to play through the defensive line before you play around them. That makes it hard. And there's Mr. Nathan Gray. Look at him, wearing very nice little beanie. He understands that he's a local man, just around near Manly. And who's that beside him there, Shawnee?
That's Tim Rapp. Look at that. A couple of old Waratahs teammates. Rappy never short of a word. Former scrum half at the Tars. Crazy either.
Both of them. Part of the DNA. They should. They almost need a buzzer to say when they're going to speak.
What kind of a teammate was Nathan Gray?
Oh, Nathan Gray, he was the ultimate team man. A wonderful, wonderful guy. Always had a smile on his face, but always was prepared to do the extras. And even if he wasn't in the team and he wasn't starting, he's prepared to do whatever it was to make that person better. So I think you see those qualities coming through in the Waratahs this particular season. It's all about playing for the team and playing for each other. Great guy, and knew when to have a laugh as well. Good quality guy.
What's your wide? What's your split?
Crouch!
Good attacking position here for the Rays. They're right in the centre of the field, about just under 40 metres from their line. Most teams would look to kick, but they could be in a position to keep this ball in hand and really back themselves. Not a bad right-hand side. Maybe looking to get the penalty. Good scrum.
Holmes to Angus, the club teammates. Oh, that's a big shot, Carraro. Have a little, says Carraro. And now they go to Gower. Lovely pill that. Now Wells offloads to Jones. happy to chance their arm with no room to move. Looking to go on quickly, the Eagles, and
We're going to have a line out.
well, that's cost teams penalties in weeks past, and whack.
Little push and shove there. Will Miller made a good tackle here. There's a great tackle from Matt Carrara. As you said, tasted a bit of this. I think it was his right shoulder. It was a very good on his left shoulder. Really good hit. Reloaded, got to his feet. But here we are in the now, off the line out, looking to use the ball in the midfield. Little wraparound. Good defence. Really good defence from the race. Coming through in one line, maybe creating and forcing a turnover. Great opportunity to play and attack.
Super play from Matthews, who forced a turnover. Got his man, and then they swamped the Eagles. Katoni Ali.
Release now, Gold.
One of his few touches in this first half. Angus goes to Adams. Strong player, Adams. Lovely flick out of the back of the hand of Crawford. Look out. Here goes McKibben in the broken field. Now to Hoyles, who brings it in, and beautiful little flat kick across to Kellaway. Goes in and away. And now back on the outside to Stubbs. Kellaway on the inside. It'll be Stubbs. Ed Stubbs, who caps off a terrific 80-metre play from the Eagles.
Fantastic skills. I think it was Stephen Hoyles. He's been doing a little bit of practice. Maybe the football, the Soccer World Cup, took a bit of take a bow because he put that on his left foot off a turnover here. It was unfortunate. I think bang straight off Cam Crawford's head, and then really turned that defence into attack. Saw the space. Was hoping to maybe put the kick through on the ground. He saw that maybe I'll do the kick pass. I can do everything as a number 8. Wonderful skills, really good support play. And you always like to see the number of players supporting. There's 3 people waiting to support there, which is a great sign within the team.
Jared, you followed a lot of the Tars and Brumbies in recent years. Have you ever seen Stephen Hoyles kick left-footed?
Oh, I can't say I have, but what a year he's had. What a story, Stephen Hoyles, now Super Rugby champion. Shades of Victor Matfield there. Remember when he did that chip and chase, sadly, for the Springboks against the Wallabies a few years back?
Yeah, he's got some wonderful skills. Like what you see, obviously you just saw his left foot, his dexterity and being able to kick off both feet. But he's got a beautiful short passing game, long passing game, knows where the space is, and he uses his body really well. He's not an overly big man, but you don't see him get smashed in defence because he just knows how to manipulate his body through contact and looks for the offload. A really dangerous player and a very smart player. Wonderful communicator. Looking for the extra 3 points there, Shawnee, and it got them. It's a great kick.
Betcha he got them, wins it from out wide, and just like that, it's 16 points to 5 in favour of the Eagles over the Rays. Ed Stubbs, the try scorer from the Cottesloe Club over in WA. They've got their big rugby lunch tomorrow, the Cottesloe gang. Hope all goes well for those guys. It's nice to see Ed Stubbs doing well in the National Rugby Championship as it comes down now to McKibben. Gets a little on it. Jones goes quickly, as we see time and time again through the opening weeks. No time to loaf here in the National Rugby Championship. Crawford, one of his few touches of the night, and his team will come away with a penalty.
Who's denied the contest?
Probably a little bit unlucky there, the Eagles, because I thought the tackler had actually what they call bossed through the tackle and made that very difficult for the ball to come back and allows them to counter-ruck. But that's the way the referee saw it, and we play on now, Sean.
We've done nothing but play on, it seems, in the first half hour. Exhausting rugby here at Brookvale Oval. Holmes. Head down and into contact. Now some runners on the outside. Get the Rays on the front foot. There's some big shots coming now. That was Miller. Big hit. Holmes just ghosting across the park. Players bouncing in and around all over the shot. Lewis again. Chapman just missed, collecting all of him. Wells. Oh, it's come loose for Wells.
Easy.
Abrasive, fiery number 7, is he, Miller? I know there was a lot of comments made from him the last game. I think he was the player's man of the match, but he just gets into his work, just wants to make people know that he's around. And if you If you run in his sort of channel, he'll put a shoulder on you, he'll get to his feet, and he'll be a real ferret on the ball. Good number 7. It's a characteristic of a number, being a good ferret around the ball.
I'm sure they love being referred to as ferrets, George. Will Miller, and now a junior, as you said, man of the match back in round 1. That's Duncan Chubb. But Miller, bit of Aussie Sevens as well to his name, so bright future lies in wait for Will Miller.
And that's what's fantastic about this competition. It gives players like the Millers and so on an opportunity to shine and show you their skill sets. Young men playing in this competition, a real chance to grow and I guess see where they are compared to some of the players who are playing Super Rugby and even some players who are not playing Test match rugby. It's a really good opportunity for those players.
Set. Down. Just down on the far side.
Scrum time. This is the contest, Sean. This is where it comes in. They start clearing their boots on these types of nights, and everyone's blaming each other. They just need to get a bit closer, stay tight, and just push, boys. Push for 3 seconds, let the ball in and out, and we're away. The game is going to be played.
Well, that's been another really good feature, is the minimal resets we've had, and the refs have been hell-bent on making sure both sides get set lickety split so we can get it in, have a shove at it, and get on with it. And that's exactly what's happening here as Warra comes in at first receiver. Katoni Ali got him. Latoa once more into the heavy stuff. Windsor. Gee, he's been impressive.
Yeah, he's really directing the team well, Sean. He's got some good skills, knows when the space is on, when to play short, when to play long. What I like in a number 10, he knows when to carry the ball as well, when it's an opportunity, so he's a running threat. He's just not distributing, he's running, he's passing, and it's very, very important. Returned from Ireland again, had some skill sets which I think you develop and define overseas, and it's really important that when you come back to Australia, you play the Australian way, but you also bring those other elements which are really important, particularly in conditions like this tonight.
So here's the penalty. Was seen by referee Cooper. Weeks goes to Hoyles. Finds his man. Oh, totally great. It's gone back though. Play on. McKibben lays it off on the inside for Hoyles, who again spins out of the first up tackle. Here's Treloar.
A bit isolated, but they've got to him. They're really liking this sort of go open, come back down the short side, go open, come back down the short side. They need to go forward here, just transferring a bit of the trouble at the moment.
So Bill straightens it up and nods. Charging out of the line there was Ward for the Rays to shut down the threat of the Eagles. Windsor rips that pass, and now Warra just snuck under a big shot. Great out the back. We've seen plenty of this as we will go back for another forward pass. It's Cameron Treloar. Catches his breath.
A little bit forward. He probably wasn't expecting that, Sean. I think he's probably thinking, hang on a minute, I'm kind of running this line. I think normally when he's been carrying the ball tonight, he's been going at a full clip, and he's a big man and hard to stop. So a bit disappointing, just overran that a little bit, but he'll get back into the arena and he'll be ready to go for the next sort of contest. But what I've liked about the Eagles is their ability to play a little bit closer, but they're really trying to use the full width of the field with their attack, using long passes and short passes, some nice interchanging with the forwards as well. So that's allowing sometimes one-on-ones, but they're at their best when someone actually carries hard and through the line, and off the back of that, then they can use the width and use the edge of their attack.
Well, this was the last try we scored. And what about this? The kick pass from Stephen Hoyles across to Kellaway, who linked up with Ed Stubbs, who powered away and Wow. What about the kick pass from Stephen Hoyles?
Yeah, I know. That's special. He's made that look really easy. I think really good players, they make things look a little bit easy. His first instinct, I think, was to probably throw the long pass, but he's gone for the kick pass, and they all supported that nicely. So, yeah, Horsley putting on a bit of a show tonight.
Point. Set. Flattening out.
So that'll relieve the pressure on the North Harbour Rays for the time being. Latoa and Co offending.
Looks like they're persisting with that 7-man. Sean at the tail. It's always a good place to play off and really attack the back of the line-out, perhaps. They used that before. Oh, poor execution. They're almost an obstruction.
They went right and left and right and left, and in the end it was Angus who was brought down. Holmes laying the pass off to Mitch Lewis. It was Ward. They call him the brick with eyes up the road at the Warringah Rats.
Good strong carry, just what you need. It's what they do off the back of those good carries, which is going to be really important for the race. They really need to get some speed of movement and get some good players in motion.
Oh, another big shot. Jeez. That one being caught high on Ed Stubbs. He's always thirsty for a bit of the rough subs. And they go on quickly, the Rays. Holmes to Angus, back to Felchier. Looking to inject himself. He's a danger man too for the Rays.
No advantage. Not back 10.
Gee, there was a bit of venom in that shot from Stubbs. Wow.
He's a good hitter, isn't he? They've got a good midfield. You can see why they're the number one team in defence, because not much gets penetrated through there. And this is where they had a bit of success early in the half the race, going to the sideline, using their line out to try and get that elusive try. So they went for a good drive. They came down a short side previously. They went for the pick and drive. I wonder if they'll look to do something similar in these types of conditions. Not a bad option at all.
Well, there is the try scorer. The opening try scorer of the game in Wells, and once more they keep it tight. The Rays get a good shove on now. North Harbour, legs pumped. There's plenty of cattle up front there. A couple of big boppers steamrolling, stampeding their way towards the line. Diamond in. It looks like it'll be Holmes. No. Yep, it is. Luke Holmes goes in, and the Rays have their second of the night.
That was a fantastic setup there by the Rays. They've got a very, very good formation right at the back. They had really good structure at the front. Nothing was going to come through from the Eagles, and they just stayed patient. They moved in towards a post and then stayed strong. And there is the possibility that you actually might want to go one off, but he stayed true to the 8, which was fantastic in that driving try.
We're going to get a word now with the try scorer, Jared Middleton.
Luke, it was just a case of you just need to get your hands on the ball.
Yeah, mate, they had a lot of footy in our half. Boys did well. There were some bloody good football players in their team, so we dug in. If we can get the ball down this end, hopefully we can score some more points.
Good luck second half.
Cheers, thanks, mate.
There we go. There's a first for Aussie Rugby, and I speak of the in-game interview with the try scorers. Hamish Angus slips through the conversion. Important points right on the knocker of half-time. And let's get a word now with Jared Middleton and Cameron Crawford.
Yeah, with Cam Crawford. Cam, considering the wind at your back, your assessment of the scoreline?
Pretty fair, I think. I think we just made a few too many errors, myself included. Just got to hold on to the peel a bit better.
How difficult has it been to come back together after the bye?
Bye was good for us. I think our D's been way better. They've scored one good try and then good counter-attack try, so I think it's helped us for sure.
Good luck in the second half.
Thanks, mate.
So here we are at Brookvale Oval. It is 16-13. The New South Wales Country Eagles over the North Harbour Rays at half-time.
Sunday on Idols, Group 2 from the top 16 take to the stage. Looking for your votes are Tumi, Olivia, Musa, Rowan, Lisa, Demi Lee, Kyle, and Roxy. You, the judge, you decide their fate. South African Idol Season 10, powered by Telkom.
America, land of the free and home of the friggin' awesome. A place where victory tastes like an apple pie baked by Ryan Gosling. Where rock and roll was born and where tennis greats never die.
It's a spectacular couple shots there.
Go on, indulge in a double helping of the U.S. Open. It's live, it's awesome, and it's in friggin' HD. But only on Supersport on DSTV Premium.
A new breed of athletes is born. IAAF Athletics. Live on Supersport on DSTV Premium. Powered by Engine from start to finish.
Change of heart, change of name, play your part in this fine game. Change of heart.
The PGA Tour. Press OK for broadcast details. Live on Supersport, your world of champions.
Since the beginning, man has swung between science and superstition. It was science that perfected the fastest racetrack over 92 dramatic years. But it is superstition that haunts the contender's heart, knowing that in the last 2 decades, only 3 drivers have won here and gone on to claim the championship. Then again, some men burn their own path to glory. Get in, hold on, and race to the future. This is the evolution of Formula One. Watch every race live in HD on Supersport on DSTV Premium. Brought to you by Tiger Wheel and Tire.
Watch Manchester United's title chase on Supersport and stand a chance to win a magnificent dream trip for 2 to Old Trafford to watch the Red Devils live in action. To enter, visit supersport.com, web and mobile. Proudly brought to you by Chevrolet. Find new road.
Well, it's been an action-packed opening 4 here at Brookvale Oval. Wells went over early on for the North Harbour Rays, George Gregan, but then the Eagles started to click.
Oh, they did, didn't they? And this was a fantastic try. Down the short side, some good skills. Really nice interplay, short passes, wonderful touch there by Tulloch. And then we saw this. Here we go. What do we call him?
The Fire.
The Fire with 5. What a way to finish. He knows the way, how to get to the try line. And this is good skills. There was actually some nice attack by the Rays. Last pass, bang, hits Cam Crawford in the head. Let's turn that into a turnover and maybe an opportunity to play. And what about these skills from Halsey?
Yeah, he drops it onto the left foot. The old kick pass out to the Fire, Andrew Kellaway. He went in and out and found Ed Stubbs, who has had an impressive start to the game also.
He certainly has. In defence, a nice reward for, I think, his defensive efforts. He's really made his presence known in the midfield with Matty Carraro, and that's why the Eagles are probably the best team in defence. But a nice way to finish for the Rays. Really good driving order. Did you like this one, Shorty?
Oh, I did. They got a shoulder on. They positioned it beautifully at maul time, and then it was Holmes at the back end of it. Luke Holmes, who collected the try for the North Harbour Rays. So there is how we sit at half-time. Holmes and Wells, the try scorers. Angus with a 1 conversion. Kellaway and Stubbs, the try scorers for the Eagles. And Sam Windsor's all-important 2 conversions, making it a 16 points to 13 scoreline. What catches your eye at stats time,
well,
George Gregan?
Possession-wise, it's obviously the Eagles have had probably most of the possession, a fair bit of time in the other in the Rays half, which has been important. Pretty similar in the 22s. I think both teams, when they've been down, they've come away with points. But I think probably the turnover, how they've used that's probably been in advantage for the Eagles. Also, missed tackles, 21 by the Rays. Probably a lot of those in the first probably 15 to 20 minutes, but they tightened that up at the end. But the Eagles very strong, and that's why they're leading the competition. Turnovers, they've forced some turnovers. handling errors in these conditions, not too bad considering.
It's been a sensational first half here at Brookvale Oval. The good times are going to continue as week 3 of the Build Corp National Rugby Championship ramps up again after the break.
Are you serious about cycling?
4.6 kilometer prologue.
Get all the national and international race reports, news and highlights. Plus the latest industry developments and inside scoop. What's more, now you can connect with us live on Twitter and interact with our expert in-studio panel. Get the insight to cycling. Super Cycling. Exclusively on Supersport. Proudly brought to you by Engine. With us, you are number 1.
This weekend, it all begins for real. It's the first game after the close of the summer transfer window, so may the best man win when 2 coaching masterminds meet in a clash that will set the agenda for the title race.
On September 13th, we head into the weekend with a cracker when Arsenal host Man City. Chelsea take on Swansea. Sunderland look for a win against Spurs. And Liverpool look forward to a visit from the Villains. On Sunday, September 14th, all the Premier League action starts and ends when United host Redknapp's QPR. Come Monday, September 15th, the night's drama takes us to Hull City when they take on the Hammers. The Barclays Premier League. Make it yours with Supersport. Proudly sponsored by Discovery.
This September on Supersport. It's a big month for the Box as the Castle-Lager Rugby Championship gets into full swing. There's a mouth-watering rematch in store when Mayweather takes on Maidana in Las Vegas and the group stage of the Champions League gets underway. In September, the Castle-Lager Rugby Championship, Mayweather versus Maidana, UEFA Champions League, F1, La Liga and the ABSA Premiership. In October, the Master Series makes its final stops in Shanghai and Paris. The Proteas brace for a tough ODI series against the Black Caps. And it's brilliant business as usual in the Barclays Premier League. In October, ATP Master Series, New Zealand versus SA and the Barclays Premier League. In November, the Box face 4 tough tests in 4 weeks. Bayern Munich will expect to set the pace in the Bundesliga. And we've got some crunch games against the Aussies. In November, Castle-Lager Outgoing Tour, Bundesliga and Australia versus SA. Live on Supersport.
Liftoff. We have a lift. On the brakes for 300 kilometers an hour.
MotoGP, and it's the ultimate ride. Live and in HD, exclusive to Supersport. Proudly brought to you by Red Square.
This half here at Brookvale Oval, the National Rugby Championship is flying as the Eagles and Rays take on one another. Let's get a word now with the home coach, Jeff Townsend.
Jeff, what was the message at halftime?
Oh, we're in a dogfight, aren't we? We're enjoying it. Our defence has been fantastic. We didn't have a lot of ball for the middle part of that half. We defended with a lot of credit, and now we've just got to play a bit of footy in the second half when we get the chance. But we've got to be make sure we don't make those errors in our own half that we made in the first half.
Had a bit of breeze behind you though. How satisfied are you with the scoreline?
The scoreline, yeah, it's not great, but we'll obviously look to play some footy in the second half, as I said, but when the opportunities present, try and get the ball down their end of the field.
Good luck.
Thanks, Jude. Appreciate it.
So, a little bit to work on for the North Harbour Rays as they chase their first win of the National Rugby Championship. There's the captain, big Greg Peterson. He's hard to miss. Greg Peterson, Graham Cooper, as mentioned, all the way from WA, looking after tonight's game and has done a pretty good job. George Gregan early on.
Yeah, and also I've been really impressed by how Sam Windsor has played. He's been fantastic in directing them through the match.
So it's brought down by Matthews. The Brookvale Oval siren gets us off and running. It's been a long time since rugby of this level was played at this oval. 2001, I think the Manly Marlins were last year. They called Brookvale Oval home for a year, and now we're back with the Rays taking on the Eagles in the National Rugby Championship.
Good opportunity here off the first scrum of the second half. On the edge, I think both teams will be really wanting to sort of, I think, start this half in a real positive state. 16-13, the first try scorer or the first scoring team gets a little bit of confidence, gets a little bit of momentum, which helps them, I guess, finish off the game well. And talk about finish off the game, the best team in the competition is definitely the Eagles when it comes to the last 20 minutes. So I'm sure the Rays will be aware that they need to start this half well, and nothing better than the first scrum of the game.
Tom Matthews will hobble back in a line in back play as his team packs it down, and his scrum half feeds it. Josh Holmes. Now they come away with Ward. Holmes clears for Angus. And out we go. Another good tackle from Stubbs. You want to be steering clear of Ed Stubbs tonight. He looks ready to hurt a couple of Rays. Peterson, nice charge. This good bit of skill from Sam Ward to reel in that pass. That looked marginally forward just by the, 2 or 3 metres.
Just had a little bit of Denver Broncos about that, didn't it? Tom Brady from the Patriots, my goodness. But I don't think it was intentional. You can't give that a penalty. But some enterprising plays. They've got some big plays in their tight forwards who carry really well for them from the Rays. We saw Peterson carry really well there. We saw Ed Gower. That gives them that momentum to play off the back of it. Disappointing bit of end to the attack. But nice start to the second half by the Rays.
And Jared Middleton is sidelined. Jared, any changes there across the benches?
No changes, Sean. I've been keeping an eye on Paddy Dillon. Apparently had to pass somewhat of a fitness test pre-match. I was told, this wasn't my term, that he had a bit of man flu and hadn't run all week. But he's still out there and no changes.
It's brutal, the man flu, no doubt about it. It gets the best of us as the Eagles rip it right. Now come left. Good shot over the top from the Rays, looking to force a turnover. McKibben now goes to Treloar. Nice ball placement there to give quick pill to McKibben. And the passing is good once more from the Eagles. Boyles spins out of another. Eventually, Ali gets him, and we get the box kick going off the boot of McKibben. It's going to test Crawford. In fact, it'll beat him and Samu Warra into touch.
Yeah, a smart kick there by McKibben. Really smart. And I'm really impressed with the play before there from Stephen Hoyles. Mopped up what wasn't great quality ball. As we said earlier, he can spin out. You don't see anyone get a good shot on him, and that sort of gets them in the position where they can put a bit of pressure perhaps on a defensive line out there for the Rays coming out of their own 22, where again they've favoured the 7-man line out.
Lovely to see the kids down here at Brookvale Oval kicking a footy around as mum and dad watch on, or their older brothers and sisters get a look. And this is what it's all about, the NRC, a mix of super rugby and grassroots coming together.
Oh, it is definitely seeing those kids up on the hill. You hope they've got their tags there. It's on a bit of a gradient. You would want to be on the top trying to put your fancy footwork on there, and boom, you slide down the hill. There's the opportunity. The ball's gone on the other side.
That's good.
But here we are, coming back to the action here, Shawnee. Let's not get distracted.
That is steep off that other side at Brookvale Oval. A couple of Manly Marlins juniors. Perhaps we'll see them playing in the NRC in years to come. You've only got to be 18 years of age, it seems, to star in this tournament. Kellaway and Jones have proven that. And here we go through. Windsor taking himself. Chapman one off. Gets the pass away. McKibben did well, but now it falls to Felchier. So they get out of jail for the moment. The North Harbour Rays. Peterson, valuable metres in tight. Now for Holmes. To his opposite number, McKibben. Happy to toss the quick line out in, and Dellett looks to have... Oh, it'll be a knock line instead of out on the full. Tricky one for Felchia to bring in. And we go quick, not falling the line out. Now McKibben looking for Samu Wara. If it gets up, it'll get ugly for Jones, and it bounces nicely for the Eagles. Jones in turn does well to hook one back. And does even better to bring in the intercept on his own. He's in a touch, and on this occasion,
Captain Courageous Carraro makes that tackle again. They're really showing some enterprising play. It's always the case with that sort of last pass there that McGibbon's thrown. That goes to hand. Maybe they score at the other end, but good positive attacking rugby with good ball movement. An opportunity here to keep the pressure on. I think they might favour the short man. That's exactly what they've gone through. Some big forward runners, which they'll just get working off Windsor, maybe dent the line midfield and play off the back of that.
Stolen though by the Rays. Crawford carrying it in one hand, and he slips under the tackle of Gray.
Stay 12. Use it.
Holmes stutters and just hasn't got much work on it. Gow was in there. Chapman might have been the one. It was who brought it in beautifully. Here is Carraro, the captain. Alatoa. Windsor in and out. Goes himself. Lovely line from Gray. Good ball too from McKibben. And now play up towards the 22. Oh, stutters and goes again. Just holds that pass up, McKibben. He's been exceptional tonight. Brendan McKibben mixing up his game beautifully for Law. Alatoa as Weeks helping him retain possession. Gray again. A nice tackle from the Rays. Looking to force the turnover. Holmes hanging the size 10 out and costing his team a penalty. Carraro hit the line beautifully. We'll go back.
Bit of a crocodile roll there, Shawnee. I saw McGibbon, he really flipped over. I don't think he liked that. Not many halfbacks like doing that. It's fair enough getting counter-rucked and maybe getting your neck sort of...
Is it the death roll?
Yeah, I think it was a crocodile roll. I wouldn't officially call it the crocodile roll. Look at this. They've twisted him and like bang, look at this.
Oh, that...
WWF stuff.
Okay. It is.
He wasn't happy about that.
Expecting Andre the Giant to come in and finish him off with a chair.
Off the ropes. Mickey Rourke.
So McKibben, the man who got out of that unscathed from Michael Adams, who's an extremely strong player. Michael Adams, he was rated the second strongest pound-for-pound player in the Shoot Shield in a poll they ran this year.
He demonstrated all of that with that crocodile roll, didn't he?
Didn't he? What? Will Wicks goes to Chapman. Holmes comes through, and it'll be okay. He shuts that down well, Holmes. Windsor holds a pass up for Wara. This halves combination really humming for the Eagles. Just as we say that, Miller's got to go back and clean up a loose pass from McKibben. Trelaw. Man over the top there, does well to force the turnover. That good work from Wells. And numbers, they're queued up to the left for the Rays. Holmes slips it back on the inside. Good play. Ali gets it away to Crawford, who in turn pops it up to Holmes. Crawford again. Oh, you're kidding me. Now Matthews knocks it on. And a stunning bit of play comes to an unfortunate end for the North Harbour Rays.
Oh, wonderful play. Really good play from unstructured football. A little bit of a turnover. They saw where the space was and they moved it with some lovely interchanging. Luke Holmes showed some great skills as a tight forward. Taking the ball forward, drawing a man, dropping someone off. And then the support play was fantastic, as you see here. Lovely interchange passing. Cam Crawford gets there, sees the support. There's 5 or 6 people all chasing the ball. Always a good sign when you're attacking. and that's going to hold them in good stead, I think, in this next probably 10 to 15 minutes, which is going to be very, very important. I think the first try score in this second half will go a long way to not necessarily winning the game, but certainly putting their hand up to be the team to chase going into that last 15, 20 minutes.
So it looks like we might have a couple of changes, and we've got Jared Middleton, our man, who will bring you all the movements across both sides as Lukenbauer comes on. Ryan Sefaniah for Tom Matthews. Big mop of hair from the Manly club. Ryan Sefaniah, another dangerous player. Like for like there. McKibben, oh, it's bounced ugly. Ricochet. Now Gray. Who else but Gray? Brings it in, but goes in a touch. On we go. It's Sefaniah lets it bounce for Crawford. That's a hurler of a pass from Cam Crawford at long last. Felchier in a bit of open room, and my word! Oh, you beauty, Dave Felchier! Chalk him up, George Gregan.
Oh, what a fantastic bit of skill there. Wonderful pass there from Cam Crawford to release him, but geez, he had some work to do. Happened right in front of us. 50 metres, Felchier caught it. He had it in and away, and then he stepped inside, used a big, strong fend. Great finish from Felchier. And there's a real beard theme within this race. Bit of Wolverine look there, Shawnee Maloney.
Oh, Wolverine cutting the Eagles to pieces indeed. We spoke before about the second strongest pound-for-pound player in the Shoot Shield. He was rated the strongest. So we've got two in this North Harbour Rays lineup. 84 kilos, running like he weighed 124.
Oh, didn't he? And what about that fend, that don't argue, and not a bad finish as well. Perfect in these greasy conditions, and happy with his work. A fantastic team try. And there's something in that, isn't there? If you're going to kick back to these guys, or kick it out, you better make sure you set the line out quickly, because they're very dangerous. A quick throw, again, enterprising, attacking rugby. Good to see.
So here go the Rays with a bit of head of steam up. Voiles looks to shut down Ward, does well to do that. Now Stubbs goes to Miller. They're chasing now the Eagles. Warra like a slinky over there on that far touchline, breaking tackles. Windsor goes to Weeks. His opposite number makes a nice tackle. Holmes. Windsor again. Happy just to take it into contact. Windsor, big fly half. Good skills too. Good line speed from the Rays, trying to snuff out this threat from the Eagles. Ferraro chasing room on the outside. Stubbs stutters. Gets around Sefaniah.
Good patience, building up some nice attack. There's a real understanding. Oh, good defensive pressure there. Forced the turnover, and they'll be very pleased with that, the Rays. They had to absorb quite a lot of pressure. They're throwing a bit at them there, the Eagles.
Let's have a look at the penalty as Stubbs was brought down, and some good pressure there at the breakdown from the Rays. Made for an unhappy Ed Stubbs. So Josh Holmes comes off after a very industrious 50-odd minutes, and Matt Lucas replaces him. So plenty of quality in the scrum half position here for the North Harbour Rays as Sefaniah tries to get around Windsor.
Nice first touch there from Sefaniah. Carry the ball forward, two hands.
Oh, great footwork. Warra. McKibben just having a little dart, goes to Hoyles, who was probably not hoping to have that one flat-footed. Windsor Trying to ride the breeze, and that is going to run a touch. That is a terrific kick.
Yeah, smart play, really good organisation. We've spoken about it all night. He's really chosen his options well early. He carries the ball in two hands when it's on. If it's not on for the pass, he'll use his big frame and go through contact. Saw there's an opportunity to use the corner, use the breeze, and had success last time they were down here. They put them under some pressure, got the turnover, and probably looking to do the same. A bit of defensive pressure there. I don't think they'll leave their players on the ground here, the Eagles.
Quick bit of thinking at the front of the line out there. Makes things a little easier for the home team to get out of trouble. Mitch Lewis carts it up. Buys Crawford a bit of time, who looks to have shanked that one. One of Crawford's better kicks. Warra. Awkward style of a run at Warra. Formerly with the Western Force. Nice to see him back on Aussie shores.
23 wide.
Sure, and I tell you what, you've got to have your carries well with Zephaniah on the field. He really does go hard at the ball. And just his body shape and also his positioning, he's very hard to move. So you're going to have to be wary about that. They're going to have to have players in motion around his channel. Otherwise, he's going to force a lot of turnovers in the time that he's been on the field. And, here's an opportunity to bounce back. And as we said earlier, the Eagles' best finishing team so far in the NRC. They've scored 37 points to blot in the last 20 minutes. So here's an opportunity to get themselves back in the contest with a good line-out. Execute well here, perhaps a chance to score a try.
31.
Chapman brings it down, and it's immediately dropped legally, the ball by the Rays. Charlie Gray has his arms on the pill, and now McKibben will dig it out. Windsor once again in the contact. Ali got a good shot on it at the breakdown and forced a turnover. They've really grown into their work tonight. The Rays, as Adams goes outside of a play line. Warra scoops up the loose ball and goes in, dots it down. Frantic bit of play, and Samu Warra comes up with the 5 points.
Well, they came down there to score a try. I don't think that was scripted, but that's how you do it. It was an opportunity there for the Rays to really go maybe coast to coast off that turnover, where they forced the turnover beautifully there, and there's an opportunity to play to the space. Poor last pass, or a drop pass, and unfortunately I think came off someone's boot. Who was that there, Shawnee?
Well, it was all happening so quickly, and Samu Warra, well, he pounced on it.
Probably one of the easiest tries he'll score in his NRC career, but one which couldn't have come at a better moment for the Eagles.
Warra gets his first for the night. We're all locked up at 21 apiece. Windsor has been perfect from the kicking tee. Adding 6 valuable points with his 2 conversions. Looking to make it a hat-trick of successful shots at goal, and that is a sensational kick off the boot of Sam Windsor. Rode the breeze, did it all.
It was like an arrow. It just didn't move. Fantastic. When he hits them, they stay hit. And they're very important conversions, aren't they? 3 points, gets them back in the contest, gets them back in the lead, which is important. We've spoken about the last 20 minutes. Important time in every game, particularly this one tonight.
Boyles. This time Lucas brings it in, but we'll go back for a bit of obstruction, was the call. George?
I believe they didn't get the ears, didn't hear that, but there was something which occurred in that in the air, perhaps taking the man beforehand, before it hit the ground, and that's probably dangerous play. But they'll take that. That's a real release. I think those restarts are really important for all teams. You want to catch them and clear your half as an exit. It's an absolute bonus when a team gives you a penalty, then all of a sudden you can find touch and keep the ball. So a bit of a let-off for the Eagles, for a bit of ill discipline there by the Rays, and we'll see what they've gone to. They like this 5-man option, as we said earlier. There's a couple of big players. I think Tyler Gray, he's been in the midfield, and I think they'll use his frame, and it's a big frame to get over the advantage on if they can win the line-out ball.
they've now turned over a couple at line-out time. The Eagles, good pressure from North Harbour. Peterson, a sort of check on his run. Brought down short of halfway. Angus, nice hands, and that not a nice ball. Here is a little rubber through from the Fire. Is his try number 6 coming up? He's claimed it. He's got it. The Fire's in for another.
The Fire. I'd say he loves it, doesn't he? He's got a turn of pace, the Fire. And look it up. The scoreboard there, it's red, and it's flashing red, and so it should. The Fire is on fire. 6 tries in 3 rounds. Not a bad strike rate. Can he continue this form in the NRC, Shawnee?
Of course he can. And Andrew Kellaway, the man on camera right there, and we will get a word with him now in Jerry Middleton.
Andrew, that's crucial in the context of the game.
Oh yeah, a bit tired. So yeah, no, it's good to get back on the board in response to the try. So hopefully we can keep it there.
Good to play behind a pretty good pack of forwards too.
Oh mate, it's unreal, absolutely unreal. It's very fun to be on the end of that sort of stuff.
Certainly enjoying yourself. Good luck for the rest of the match.
Thanks very much, Joe. See you later.
There he is. Thumbs up. 18 years of age, a try-scoring machine. Andrew Kellaway. And now another man who's been racking up points tonight here at Brookvale Oval, Sam Windsor, trying to squeeze it in. It just runs the outside varnish on the right hand upright. And there he is, Andrew Kellaway, a try-scoring machine.
Oh, he's in great form, and it's good to see him complimenting the work that's been done on the inside, but that was just really good skills. Through good defence, forced that turnover, and the way they reacted was fantastic, which led to that try. So they scored 2 tries, which you call them opportune tries, but you've got to be there and you've got to put yourself in a position to make the most of those opportunities, and that's exactly what the Eagles have done.
Windsor hammers it down to Jones. Crawford stops, goes again. He's off to the Rebels next year. Great pick up for Melbourne. Cam Crawford, big rangy winger and fullback. Oh, that's a nice charge and equally good here. That's Parecki on for Homestay. Parecki, another one keeping an eye on tonight. George Gregan.
Yeah, it was a good carry first up, but he met 2 guys who were up for the challenge. A nice collision. We heard it from up here in the box, and that's what this sort of competition's about. It's about giving your first touches, I think, when you come off the bench, making it positive. We've seen that with all the players who've come on so far. Steph and I are exactly we spoke about before. Really good contacts, really good carries personally, and also making it hard at the tackle contest. And that's what it's about. Every tackle in this competition is a contest, and you've got to be up for it.
There's Parecki making the tackle at the back of the line out. Gray. Oh, ripped away by North Harbour. Smart bit of thinking from the Rays as they look to
9 gold offside.
Get back into this one. Down by 8 in the blink of an eye. They conceded those 2 tries after leading.
Crawling there.
Lucas taps and goes, but
tabletop. What's that one there, Shawnee? Is there a tabletop call there?
Well, let's go to Jerry Middleton on that one, because he's a real laws guru.
Scrum.
Yes, you've got it, George. The tabletop. If you're going to take the quick tap, if it's not right behind, apparently the area size of a tabletop, you can take it in. So, was that the tabletop? I reckon that might have been within the tabletop.
Yeah, but hang on a second. It was 8 metres in front of where the penalty was awarded.
Fair point.
But it's the Northern Beaches. It is the Northern Beaches, Shawnee. But a big summer table, outdoor barbecue, please. How long can the table be?
Speaking of men who spent a bit of time at tables, Alatoa comes from the field. What a game he's had. Huge unit. Alatoa, Super Rugby player. A good night tonight here at Brookie Oval.
Early.
So a few more changes, it looks like, for the Rays. Looks like we've got Harry Burgelin on the park as well. How about this for a try scoring strike rate as that one finds touch. He's wearing the 20 jersey tonight, George Gregan. He scored 20 tries in 20 games playing in the back row for the Manly Marlins this year.
That's an omen, isn't it? I expect to see something in this last 20 minutes too. All roads lead to number 20, but that's a great success rate from a back rower. Obviously knows where to be at the right moments, the right times, and gets involved in the game. Real good awareness. They're the sort of players that you need coming off the bench. They're going to have an impact. They want to be part of a game. They want to play a really positive, presence within the team.
Well, he takes the line out now. Happy to have a run out of the 22, the Rays. Peterson showed some nice touches, but that not a particularly good ball, and it goes to Carraro, pumps the legs, Carraro the captain. Here we go with one of the bigger bits of cattle, Suasala on the field for the Eagles. Chapman. It's offside.
6, you're offside.
Offside penalty there, just through the great attacking pressure which was done there by these. It'll be interesting to see what they're going to do in the goes. They'll back their line out there. I was thinking for a moment Stephen Hoyles may have spoken to Matty Carrara saying let's go into the scrum and lock up all their 8 and give you one-on-one space in these greasy conditions. But they're going to back their line out.
Offside.
What do we got here? Oh, we've got a shot at penalty goal. Well, we have seen, I think you can count them on one hand, the amount of attempted penalty goals in the opening 2 weeks of the NRC.
The reason for that, Sean, is for the 2 points, isn't it? Because I guess they're out to, there's an 8-point differential at the moment, takes it out to 10, but a team can probably score a try and then score another try and they're back in it. I'm a bit surprised in many ways that they haven't gone for the corner, at least maybe even tied them down with the scrum. Their scrum has been good this particular match, and one-on-one with the backline they have would have been a great opportunity. But anyway, here's the opportunity to take those 2 points.
Windsor looking to extend and make it a 10-point game as the rain pelts down here on the northern beaches in Sydney. Windsor, no problems, and it is a 10-point ball game. The New South Wales Country Eagles 31 lead the North Harbour Rays 21. Good crowd in tonight along the grandstands, tucked up here, George Gregan.
They are a fantastic sort of turnout from the locals, which has been, and they haven't been let down, have they? By both teams playing an enterprising, positive style, and people on the far side up pop the umbrellas. They're just going to brave the weather conditions. A bit like our good man down on the sideline there, Jared. What's it like down there at the moment with that rain?
Wet, George. This is the heaviest rain of the night so far. It just hasn't stopped in Sydney, it feels like.
Captain. Nice scrum.
So we'll pack the scrum on halfway. There he is, Jared Middleton. He's been a great addition to the Fox Sports coverage of the National Rugby Championship. He's at Ken Horton, he's offsider, our floor manager. He's seen a bit of rain in his time. There he is.
He is a team man, the ultimate team man, old Kenny.
Yeah, the good news is he's only got to drive another 2 minutes up the road and he's at home, Kenny.
Fine!
And he'll be beating a hasty retreat because the rain is bucketing down here at Brookie.
Both teams, guys, I need that space before set, please. Okay?
A couple of diehards up on the hill, happy to brave the conditions.
Good opportunity here. I think what you might find.
And don't forget, George Gregan, Rugby HQ coming up hard off the back of this NRC game. Huge night for Rugby HQ. Big lineup. I think Eales's in there, John Eales. Got exclusive one-on-one with Brian Habana. That'll be worth watching. And a whole other lot of preview around this weekend's Rugby Championship game between the Wallabies and Springboks at Patterson Stadium.
It's going to be a big physical affair, won't it? I think there'll be a bit of ball movement and should be an exciting game as well. Both teams have a lot to play for. And Springboks just coming back from a very tight 2 tests against the Argentines. But here we are live. I think that's been kicked out on the full by McGibbon. Yeah, probably wasn't the best clearance from that centre field scrum they had. They were probably looking to punch the corners. And there was a bit of a turnover there from a charge down. And gives the Rays an opportunity to use their line out be it from a drive or going off the top and putting some pressure on this very, very good Eagles defence.
It's a real cake of soap as Windsor smashes it down to the near touchline, hoping for it to just jump left, and it does exactly that. That's a terrific kick. He has just had very nearly the complete game tonight, Sam Windsor.
It's been a wonderful display by him, and I think probably now with this rain coming down, he's probably licking his lips, reminding him of his time in Ireland. This is just a balmy day in Ireland, these types of conditions. He do this kicking into the corners in his sleep, but that was his display tonight's been really good in terms of how he's managed not just the attack, clearing his half. He's done well in defence. He's a very good communicator. I've seen him communicating with McGibbon, which use his forwards, take it left, take it right. They've been very, very impressive.
Gorecki finds his jumper in Bergelin. Nice clean take at the front there, and we'll just settle for a moment and go with the line out. Yep, so Rugby HQ coming hard off the back tonight, and then there's a host of other Bill Corp NRC games to come across the weekend, and we'll go through those in just a minute for you because they're worth getting out to. If you're at home watching on as Tuala brings it down, Hoyles. Nice ball placement from Hoyles there for McKibben. It's a nice and easy. Paulie Tuala on the park in the easy to see pink headgear.
Play on.
Peterson read that beautifully and charged into the ruck, looking to force a turnover. Now it comes back for his team. Good work there, Peterson. Dellett. That'll be tricky in the conditions. Brought in nicely.
No, just there.
Interesting option there by Delhi. He caught that about 40 metres out. I thought he may have just tried to hang on to that and keep the ball in hand. But that's a good clearance, a very, very good clearance. But they're playing onto it from McGibbon, trying to get that ball back down in their half.
And again, this will test. That's going to find turf and cause some headaches for the Rays.
Knock on gold.
However, knocked on by the Eagles. Charge down from Tuala. Now go back for the knock on.
The knock on by gold.
Tuala's been busy since he's been on, Shawnee, hasn't he? Lots of touches, distinctive pink headgear, but he's, again, one of those players coming off the bench and having an impact for his team.
Time off.
So plenty of games to come. This will be a star-studded Canberra Vikings 13. Team taking on Queensland Country on Saturday afternoon down there in the nation's capital. Brisbane City at 2 from 2, taking on the Rise. It's a clash of the undefeated teams up at Ballymore on Saturday, and then the Spirit taking their game to Adelaide. The City of Churches, they'll clash with the Greater Sydney Rams. That'll be a great afternoon there in Adelaide. It's a lovely spot. Nice to see SA Rugby getting a bit of rugby. Matt Carraro comes from the field. Nice to see the game spread.
Oh, it's great to see it spread. It is a beautiful part of the world, Adelaide, and it's great to see them supporting the national rugby competition, getting some game time, and seeing some of the up-and-coming players who are part of Australian Rugby Union, showing their skills.
Comes back for Wells. Scored the opening try tonight. Wells. Miller might have been offside.
He pushed the ferret limits just a little bit too far there, Shawnee Maloney. He's been very busy and industrious, but as all good number sevens, they just walk that thin line, don't they?
He was right on it and then fell over it. So 10-point game, 7 to go. Tap and go from Angus. Lucas out a bit wider. Zephaniah couldn't bring it in. The Eagles can though. Now they grub it through. They got men charging down the outside, looking to make a bit of an issue for the Rays. Good work there from Watini Zalesniak. Nice to see him on the park. Malachi Watini Zalesniak, former under-20 star in the NRL, Rugby League star. Important tackle there, George Gregan.
Yeah, really important tackle, but really important skills there. That's always, he made that look very easy, going back down on the ball, sliding in. Only had one option to force it, but stopped a dangerous situation, but the onslaught continues. And here they are with a great attacking opportunity, 5 metres out, good solid scrum. Looks like everyone's presenting. And I think, as you see, you've got I'll say that again, Shawnee Maloney. Zalesniak is just sitting up there, ready for the ball straight from the 9. I think he'll look to target that midfield.
Routine Zalesniak just standing outside Windsor. Starts at scrum time. Here goes Hoyles. And one off. It was Mafu who couldn't bring it in, and the Rays will look to bring themselves back into the game by running on it from all parts. That won't help.
Yeah, that can often happen in these greasy conditions, those hard contacts where 2 people come in the tackle, one gets a shot just near the top of the ball or underneath it and the ball spills out. And yeah, it was actually quite a good tackle there from Zalesniak and also Talua. Is that correct? Yeah.
You are really working in it with these names, and we are flying now, and so are the Eagles. George Gregan, Tuala at the back. Looking to get a bit of a shot on him, and now they roll over the top. It was a maul, so it will be a fee to the Rays. Chance gone begging for the Eagles. Just a 10-point game.
Yeah, they're the opportunities, I think, particularly the Eagles. There's a reason they've been undefeated in the first 2 rounds. They'd have liked to use those last 2 opportunities to mount some more pressure. They've turned the ball over and they've lost ground, so it's obviously a win there for the Rays, and they'll be looking to try and clear their half and get down to a better position to use the ball in hand. I think they want to clear their half here. Let's wait and see what they've got.
So here we have 3 undefeated teams, one of which is on your screen right now. The Eagles, the Melbourne Rising have been terrific through the opening weeks, as have Brisbane City. And a couple of other teams just looking to find their feet. So plenty of time left in the National Rugby Championship.
Crouch! Fine! Set!
Lucas feeds it. They're going to have a charge from inside their 22 here, and that's a ripping pass to Adams on the outside. Big tackle down low from the Eagles. Force a turnover.
Good chat there. Very, very impressive. McGibbon gives Tuala a nice little pat on the back, and that's a really strong, low, hard tackle from both of them. Actually, who was it? There it is, the Mad Dog Miller, wasn't it? He just went in there with a nice, hard, low shot, forced that ball out. Another good attacking opportunity on the edge, and let's see what they've got. I think they'll look to probably move the ball 1 or 2 passes and create a bit of one-on-one midfield. Split the field up. That's when they're probably attacked at their best, when they've been able to attack down the short side or continue going on the open.
Dellett gets an early mark. He's done well to get through 77 minutes after coming in under a fitness cloud. McKibben dinks it in behind. Will make the Rays force all the running, and Crawford's happy to do that as Peterson takes his pass in. Oh, it's gone backwards, says referee Cooper. Fleet-footed Lucas, so no way through there, and now backwards again. On we go again.
Away now!
Wells grubbering in behind, has got a bit of pace out wide, and it'll just beat them all in a touch. In fact, there's a penalty coming. What do they do here?
They went for the points last time, Sean. I'm not too sure if Stephen Hoyles, I think he would have taken over as captain. Will he go to the post? He is. He's pointing to the post. He's really wanting to shut this down, Stephen Hoyles. I know he's an attacking sort of a character, but he's obviously mellowing and getting a little bit more conservative. his elderly years, 32 years young and playing very, very well tonight, but I think he just wants to choke this game out.
So the penalty there against Harry Jones for just tapping it over the touchline. You cannot do that. Now it'll be Windsor, who has been extraordinary from the kicking tee tonight. He's only missed the one shot at goal, and this will all but wrap it up tonight at Brookvale Oval in favour of the Eagles. And Windsor, they are 4 from 5, and a number of those shots at goal from the touchline. So by comparison, this one a little easier, just a touch. Windsor comes in and hits it beautifully, and that might just be enough. It's a 12-point game in favour of the New South Wales Country Eagles over the North Harbour Rays. Sam Windsor, surely your man of the match, George Gregan.
I've been super impressed by Sam Windsor tonight, and and obviously kicking that arrow over that last penalty certainly going to help his cause, but been very, very impressed by his option taking, just the way he's managed the team, steering them around the field, using the wind, carrying the ball well. Oh, hang on, over to you, Shawnee.
Yeah, it's kicked off a little in the background. Back play there as Ryan Melrose and Brendan McKibben have a little chat.
So the Mad Dog Miller's at the bottom of it, is that right?
It is. Oh, there's a shot there on Miller off play. And that might do us as Melrose.
Boys, we're going to play the line out down here.
We'll play the line out.
There you
So one last chance, perhaps, for the Rays to help their points differential. They go quick, they go to the front, and that's going to be a tough one for Matt Lucas to do anything with. They pile in now, the Rays, the Eagles rather, and Brendan McKibben scoops it up, sends it behind the hill, and the New South Wales Country Eagles remain undefeated in the National Rugby Championship, rolling the North Harbour Rays 33 points to 21.